Ladies and gentlemen.
Right then, hello everybody. So we've got blue skies behind us. Got my hair cut. I'm going to turn the camera. I've cleaned the garden up, as well as cutting my hair. I've also cut the grass. All right, maybe I didn't cut it. Maybe I just brushed it and then hoovered it. Yes, I really did. But anyway, it's all ready. Clean the house down as you do, because I'm going to be going inside now, sitting down, getting comfortable, have a cup of coffee, hopefully give you some great information, tips and tricks, so that you can maybe have a really good Florida holiday yourselves, because today this is our Florida pre-travel day. Right then, so I tell you what, you're saying that I'm all excited now. We're going on holiday tomorrow, I'm going to Florida. Now, if I'm looking a little bit flushed, I've just been for a run, 4 mile stumbling with style, trying to get back into what. If you watched any of our previous videos, we have been trying to get our steps in. If you've been to Florida before, you know how many steps you do in them parks. It is just brutal. So we've been building up our fitness, trying to keep right with the diet, but we've had some family up this week. It was Julie's birthday yesterday, so we've been out socialising quite a bit. So I thought I'd go for a run this morning, and I'm a bit worn out. And now Julie's going to be joining us shortly. She's out getting her nails done, and I always look forward to seeing what colour she's chose when she gets back. No, not to actually. Look, ladies, I know you don't do it for us. I know you do it for yourselves, and if you want to spend 400 quid getting your hair done, your nails, your eyelashes, all the makeup, knock yourself out. That would have bought a lot of Mickey waffles, by the way. But yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's great. We don't care, honestly. Us guys don't care. Put a bit of lip on. We're not comb through your hair, but let's get a move on, because the bar's open. So anyway, no. So yes. What is this video going to be all about? Well, what I thought I would do is give you a little background into our holidays and what we do, and maybe that can help you. First and foremost, nobody's going anywhere without an ESTA. An ESTA is the US immigration form you've got to fill in online, electronic system for travel authorization, something along them lines. There are lots and lots of scammers out there, so be careful. If I get the chance, if I remember, because, we've only been going since July, we're not very good at this. I do say things that I'm going to do, and I do forget. I apologise for that, but I'll try and put the actual website you need to go on. There's loads out there who'll charge you. I've heard stories of 50, 60, 80, 100 quid just to fill out your ESTA for you, and they won't. All they'll do is ask you the information that the actual site needs, and you give it to them, they put it on the site, and they get the money. I think I paid $21 for mine. We went last year, so I already had an ESTA that was in date, because it lasts 2 years. And by the way, when you fill out your ESTA initially with the information of where you're going, where your first port of call is in Florida, in the US, that's it. You don't have to put anything else in for it. If you go to New York one trip and then 6 months later you go to Florida, you don't have to go back online and change anything. It's all done. The only thing is, if you get a new passport, which I did, then you do have to apply for a new ESTA, because all the information is on there. That's why they do it. It's a pre-authorization. They want to know that who's getting into their country is who they want in their country. So it's a bit of a background check. Unless you're coming in the southern border, but that's another altogether. We won't get into that. So yeah, I'll try and remember to put a link in down below with the actual site. You shouldn't pay, I'm sure it's $21. You shouldn't pay more than that. But if you just Google official ESTA, it comes up on the top. If you Google ESTA, you'll get all kinds. So just be careful with that. Now then, a little background to this trip. Actually, we went last year. We went last May 23. We had a fabulous time. There was myself and Julie, our granddaughter Annabelle, my son and his girlfriend. We had a brilliant time. We stayed for 2 weeks at Cabana Bay. We hired a car which cost me 1,600 quid. So we thought this time, we were actually, after starting the channel up in July, we were just going to go to Benidorm. Prices for Benidorm were coming in at sort of 1,100-1,200 quid for a week off board. And I thought that was a bit excessive, you know, because this was booked only 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I had been watching the price of Surfside. Now, haven't stayed on site at Cabana Bay, we loved it, but we thought next time, me and Julie would have a sneaky holiday maybe, and we would try Surfside, you know, try and keep the cost down. Because when we went last year, we thought it was going to be a one-off, you know, with the whole family. So we did all kinds. We did Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique for Annabelle. She dressed up as a princess. Absolutely fantastic that. She loved it. We did a couple of character meet and greets, breakfasts. Love a breakfast in the States, by the way. Tusker House, that was the first thing we did. We did Tusker House meet and greet. For me, that was it, because when Julie booked all these things for Annabelle, and I was a little bit sceptical, I have to be honest, but as soon as we went into Tusker House, straight away I thought, yeah, value for money. All these characters coming to your table and interacting with you without you having to stand in long queues. And the food, I thought the food was lovely, absolutely delicious. So Tusker House was the first one. What else did we do? We did Hollywood and Vine. We did Hollywood and Vine as well. That was excellent. Again, characters were fantastic. That piece de resistance was when we did Cinderella's Royal Table. Again, we did the breakfast, and meeting all the princesses there was just out of this world. It was fantastic. And the food was brilliant. And that was the first time I'd had Joffrey's coffee, believe it or not, because I'm a big coffee drinker, I love it. And we had Joffrey's in there. It was just delicious, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, don't get us wrong, I'm a Dunkin's man. I love Dunkin' Donuts and I love that coffee. I actually brought a couple of bags home with us, a couple of bags of beans. Absolutely delicious, but Joffrey's was fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And we had a great time. So all of these things that we did, all of these extras, they all added up to the cost, and we spent the thick end of 18 grand, £18,000. UK pounds on that holiday, but it was worth every penny. We loved it. So we thought we're going to take Annabelle again when she's 8 in 2027, and we thought we'll do it a little bit cheaper, and that's when we started watching the price of this holiday, because we weren't too bothered where we were going. Benidorm, Torremolinos, Mallorca, we'd just been to Sooooo, but I kept seeing this price it was about, for the week, at Surfside, it was about 1,180, and it kept dropping and dropping and dropping, and it went down to about £800. And the Benidorm ones and the Torremolinos ones and that, they weren't dropping. So I just kept watching it drop. I thought, how low is this going to go? And it was one Saturday morning, I woke up about 3 o'clock, tried to check on the TUI website, and it just kept spinning and spinning. I thought that doing something here, this price is either going down or it's going up. Woke up again, 6 o'clock, checked on it, £707 per person, flying from Newcastle on a Dreamliner, staying for a week at Surfside at Endless Summer. Just couldn't resist it, absolutely couldn't resist. I booked it there and then didn't even wake Julie, I just booked it. So that's where we're going tomorrow. I can't believe it, all excited. So yeah, so next thing was tickets. Where are we going to get our tickets from? Now, we've used Florida Tix quite a bit, and they're no bother. You pay your money, it's cheaper. If you're in the UK, do not wait until you get to America to buy your tickets. We get the best deals right here. So I booked them, I forget what it was. If I remember, I'll have it written on here. In fact, I'll check the email, tell you how much we paid for Universal Studios. We had to pay 2 weeks, buy the 2-week passes, and we're only going for a week. So we got them. I also got some tickets for the I-Ride, because we're not getting a car this time. What we're going to do is fly into Melbourne Airport, which we did last time. We drove, it was about an hour and 10 minutes drive. I believe it's about an hour and a half on the bus with TUI, depending on which drop off you're at. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get the bus. We're gonna vlog it all. We're gonna show you the whole journey. Show you where the hire car place is. Even though we're not picking the car up. It's a small airport, it's very small. They used to fly into Sanford TUI, but now it's Melbourne. and it's Sanford was about 50-minute drive. This is an hour and 50, an hour and 30. It's not too bad, you know. You can put up with it. You've got no choice, have you? So we'll show you a bit of that. Where you pick up a car, where you get the bus from. We'll show you a bit of the journey. Not going to concentrate too much on us sitting on a plane or sitting on a bus. Nobody wants to see that, but we will try and give you as much information as we possibly can. And I'm paying, a lot of people ask about their phones, using their phones in the States. I'm with EE. Last year I paid for the month, because it's just, you pay a month at a time. I paid an extra £15 to be able to use my data. I've got loads of free data because we've got Wi-Fi in the house, so I've got it at work. Wherever you go now, there's Wi-Fi. Don't particularly need it because there's so much Wi-Fi in Florida and that, but I thought just in case, it's always handy if you're out on the street and you want to get an Uber or something like that, which we're going to do as well. It's handy to have your phone. This year it was £25, which is a bit of an increase, but I don't mind. So I've just paid that. There's plenty of alternatives. You can buy a new phone if you want for $40, $50, but most people tend to just go to Walmart, buy a SIM card with some data on 10, 15, 20 gig, and they use that. Just stick that in the phone. It means people can't ring you because they don't know your number, but you know, it's the data you're after. You want to be on the internet and that, especially in the parks these days when you're constantly using the parks apps and that. But we always find that the internet, the Wi-Fi in the parks is excellent, both in Disney and Universal. Never had a problem with it. Never had a problem in the restaurants or the hotels either. It's really, really good, so no complaints there. But if you do want to take your own phone and use your own data, do get in touch. Don't, as with any advice, don't listen to me, don't listen to anyone on Facebook or the internet. Get in touch with the right people, and they'll give you the up-to-date information. Always do your own check, always do your own research, do your own planning. And that's another thing, planning. If you're one of these people who says, oh, I just go with the flow or roll with it, well, that's great. If you're going to Benidorm for 2 weeks, that's going to be fantastic. If you're going to the city that has the most visitors on the planet, I think behind Paris, then you're going to need to do some planning. Otherwise, you're going to go to Florida and then you're going to be sitting on a plane coming back thinking, I wish I'd gone there, I wish I'd done that, I wish I'd got up a bit earlier, I wish I'd stayed a bit later, I wish I'd thought about this, I wish I'd seen that show. There's an awful lot to do. There's plenty places where you can get hints and tips. Do join the Facebook pages for Florida. There's plenty out there. Do watch some vlogs. There's some great vloggers out there. We watch mainly Mammoth Club. We love Molly. And she's fantastic for information. So if you want anything, follow her. Night Strider, all of these people. There's lots of them out there. So yeah, do your planning and make sure you have a great holiday. Right then, everybody. Julie's joined us now. She's back. Had her nails done. Very excited. I'll stick a photo in of what they look like, and we are all ready for tomorrow to head out to Florida. And so we'll see you on the journey then.
Good to go.
Good to go, raring to go. See you tomorrow.